It's about we have a different taste level.
We have different.
You like
different
a
opinions.
boss, I don't.
50. Oh yeah, let's go. I want to see. I want to know how real it is. I want to see your television network. I want to see you direct a movie. I want to see your clothing line. I want to see if you're the real deal. Just see if I'm the real deal.
See, the value is how rich your family is. It's how rich is your family office. How rich, it's not how rich you are. It's how rich your family is. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to have no money. My family's supposed to have money.
I got $1 million.
Cash. Add the taxes.
The only person that pointed out that $1 million was no money was Damon Dash, and he has no money now.
Would you ever enjoy being a slave?
I'm like a proud broke, but it ain't broke because I have things to show for it.
My pride is in my children. Like, look what I'm doing right now. Look at my son. I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies. I don't own it. My family owns it. And since 2015, I haven't done anything other than run my family's office. Bison are like built like dinosaurs. Pause.
Stop it. Get some help.
Welcome back and what's good? This is the Furious Robinson podcast, and I'm your host, Furious, your curator of conversation, wordsmith aficionado, voted most likely to be trending down the timeline. Hit the like button early, drop a comment. If you're not a hater, sub to the channel. Let's get right into it. This is a Sick Times Media production. You see the planes. Dame Dash, this was a diabolical level of fairy tales, fallacies, and fables. He's on a Wyoming ranch, cosplaying as a secretary for a family trust, and somehow, some way, he decided at the end of this 20-minute diatribe, this 20-minute TED Talk word salad, Dame Dash uttered the words chatty patty. Nobody is celebrating your bills, Dame. That's the most narcissistic thing you could ever utter into the void.
At the end of the day, people celebrating my bills is, to me, an honor that people are worried about. I have such an expectation for years of having such an enormous amount of wealth that if, let's say, a judgment doesn't get paid or taxes, someone thinks that reflects on my personal business acumen or how I've mismanaged money. But to me, any dude, regardless, that talks about another man's pockets is gay. Because there's no reason for a man to be worried about another man's pockets unless he owes them money. A woman I can understand because they want to know how they're going to be taken care of. But I've always said it, a man worried about another man's bills and pockets, it's like worrying about what's behind that man's zipper. So I'm not answering really any man asking me about my bread because I consider it not the most masculine thing.
As we look at people like you, fallen moguls, tycoons, whatever you want to call yourself, we're looking at how your business relationships, how you tarnished every single one on the way up.
He blew it. He had Jay-Z. He had the most important artist of his generation. So Dame's antics were just, it became like people also over time, you mature.
How you burned every bridge at Roc-A-Fella with Jay, with Nori, with Kevin Hart, everybody. Nobody is trying to give you that saving grace that you want. And that's why you keep doing these interviews. Because these interviews, to me, on the Art of Dialogue, and shout out to him, I'll put the full video in the description of this channel. We gotta look at Dame in a very nut type way now, as he's speaking to his family, and his family is code for his son.
I love it. It's called the Dusco Ranch.
He has now transferred all of the assets in his name into his son, who I think is called Dusco. I don't know, bruh. As Dame Dash, the mogul, berates and emasculates his little brother, this is what really kind of irks my nerve. This is what kind of makes me want to create these videos just to wake it up. Dame Dash talks legacy, wealth, and generational planning, but he never speaks to how much drama and pain he's put his actual family through. His own people don't even rock with him like that. So what are we watching? This ain't a masterclass. This is a mess.
Bison are like built like dinosaurs. Pause.
A lot of what Dame said to me in this most recent interview was more babble, was more internet just fodder. It's just here to keep the people going. He has to continue to make money and he can't do it on the books. So what do? Maybe you take a couple of cash payments, allegedly, from these podcasters doing these interviews. Because if I'm $20 million in debt from the IRS and I have an $800 defamation lawsuit as well as others, I don't want anything in my name. I don't want anything in my name. And Dame wakes that up. He says, I haven't made any money since 2015.
I don't own it. My family owns it. And since 2015, I haven't done anything other than run my family's office.
It's a lot of you Dame Dash Roc-A-Fella warriors in the comments saying, how can you be broke but living on a ranch? How can you be broke and your son caught his first fish at the lake?
Like, we got a river, my son Dusko, and I have it documented. He caught his first fish with his uncle in his own river. Well, I think what people are not understanding is, again, I run my family office.
If you can't pay your bills, you're broke. If you make $100,000 in a year and you have $150K in bills, you're broke. You have a negative 50 on the year. I don't get why we attach ourselves to celebrity. I rock with Dame. I love Roc-A-Fella. I listen to all Jay-Z's music, but I cannot stop holding men accountable for crazy actions. Like, bro, if you broke, you broke. Just say you broke and say, yo, I'm working my way out of a debt. His answer is, I'm going to file bankruptcy. That's his answer.
I learned this from 50 Cent. If you have a lawsuit, you could just file. It goes away. It's not a big deal. Donald Trump did it 6 times. So if I really felt that kind of pressure, and I think I already told the court, I'm gonna file. So you could go through all the motion and say all these things and sell things that don't have value, but I'm gonna still file.
The more money you try to pull from me for me being a chatty patty, because the only reason why he's actually in a lot of this is because he won't stop doing interviews. Just stop doing interviews. Stop talking. People already don't like you. The more you speak, they realize why they don't like you. So the dude suing you for $800K, he initially lost the lawsuit. Like, he did not win the lawsuit against Dame. What he won was a defamation.
For him to only win $800,000 is a W in anybody that's a real businessman's world. And I'm like, all right, if you won it, what I lost on was defamation. So the cases were one.
So you're telling me the only reason why Dame is maybe losing some of this money is because he can't stop being a chatty patty? Everything that he tries to emasculate men for, you can essentially say Dame is talking out of both sides of his neck. Because when you went on that masterclass of a Breakfast Club interview and said, my son has cookies, my son has a restaurant.
My pride is in my children. Like, look what I'm doing right now. Look at my son. I taught my son never to have a boss. He's 23. He owns a restaurant. He has cookies.
Where are these assets? Can we please see the financial growth and success from these assets? When Cam said Dame had multiple houses in London, where did those houses go? Because a little bit of this interview was him trying to kick the backs in of people who spend their money on the things they want. How you hating on people for spending the money the way they want? How does Dame think he has a square to stand on in anything financial? Because people are not celebrating you being broke. I think if anything, this is a cautionary tale on how ego is the enemy.
You're looking at Dame Dash's OG sneaker collection.
Dame claims he's in heaven and unbothered by the internet, all while living in Wyoming. But yet he calls people emasculating slurs, AKA chatty patties, for gossiping. If you don't care, why do you keep doing interviews every quarter like it's a mixtape rollout? You care, Dame, and that's cool. You care deeply. Actually, if you really think about it, it's not about the actual truth. It's about control. Dame is looking to control a narrative right here, because if the running narrative in the space is he's broke and he has a $20 million tax lien against his name, how can he go out and do feasible business in the space? So this is a masterclass to me in how you hide your assets. And I'm not here to wake that up. Dame could hide his assets in Switzerland, Bahamas, who cares? The Bermuda Triangle. I'm speaking to relationships. I'm speaking to networking in the space, because if you think you can step on every single person you ever met to get to the top, trust me, a lot of those people are going to remember that verbal lashing you gave them. A lot of people are going to remember that money you might have slighted them on. A lot of people are going to remember how you talk dirty on their face to the hoes because you was dirty macking. A lot of people remember things. And I think that's where Dame loses me. I never want to see a black man this down bad, because Dame to me is down bad. I don't care how many ranches you hide on, how much paperwork you hide behind your son's name, who catches a fish, I don't care. Bruh, if I'm up 100 million, 200 million, you not gonna see me. Yo, because you can't tell me Dame is not dressed like he's about to try out for Red Dead Redemption on Broadway. It's the summertime. You telling me Dame not on a yacht in Greece, in Italy, in Spain? He not with Jay-Z at the $190 million Malibu mansion, bro. This is what I'm talking about. This the moguls I like to see. 190 million upon your head top. And you telling me you living on a ranch in Wyoming?
Bison are like built like dinosaurs. Pause.
You gotta stop. And this is what I'm saying. When you look at the culture as a whole, we try to remove accountability because people used to be up at a certain point in time, and now don't run away from the narratives, Dame. The truth shall set you free. Remember when Dame called himself a tycoon? He claimed to own part of hip hop history. Well, get this. His 1/3 stake in Roc-A-Fella, linked to Jay-Z's iconic debut, auctioned off for just a measly mere $1 million. Yo, that's less than some of these IG Twitch streamers are paying for cars, bro. And the alleged Drake DM, where he was gonna pay $6 million for it, flopped. And then Jay-Z didn't even put a bid in for it. In the late 90s and 2000s, you was on a mission. I respect it. But now we just got to wake it up and say, yo, you took the L. The fall from grace was diabolical. So every time I look at one of these Dame interviews, I got to really just unpack the fallacies, fables, and fairy tales in real time. Like the video for the algorithm. Hit the comments. Let me know what you think. Is Dame cooked, baked, fried in real time, living out in Wyoming, brother? I don't trust you. Or is Dame really up as the family secretary or the office secretary or whatever he was saying? Is he really banking right now? He 30 million up, 40 million up, just hiding it in somebody's name. You tell me in the comments. This is the Furious Robinson podcast, a Sick Times Media production. Hey, yo, follow me on IG, same name, different game. Stay dangerous.